thank you very much. About a month ago, we did a Veterans Day concert here at Chaska Middle School West, and it was a wonderful, wonderful event where we acknowledged a number of our veterans here in our community and who were related to students in our student body. And we're going to be doing some of those songs for you tonight. I also want to thank Parker Lund, one of our Boy Scouts in the band, for presenting the colors on the national anthem. Thank you, Parker. And we are going to continue with a song called Battle Song. So for our next song, first of all, if Connor Paulson wants to come down to the stage area. Connor's going to help us out here. This is called Marches of the Armed Forces, and this is a medley of our 5 military songs for each branch. If there is anyone in the audience who is a veteran or who is currently serving in any of those branches, we would like you to stand when your song is played so you can be recognized. So please give those people a nice round of applause for their song. And yes, you can do it right now too. That's great. Yeah. But what a great opportunity for these kids to realize how music correlates with really important things in life. And so that was a really cool deal for us to be learning all these songs the last 3 months. So Connor will be holding up the signs. Connor, make sure you hang them up or hold them up nice and high so we can all see. Sorry, the E is kind of falling off the Marines. Sorry. All right, I got to fix that. So there we go. We haven't practiced this, so. So I just want to acknowledge some students very quickly. A lot of these kids do a lot more than play in the band. They do a lot of our after-school activities. So students, if you are woodwind or brass and you are one of these people, stand up. Percussion, you're already standing, so wave your hand if you're one of these people. I want to acknowledge the people who participate in our after-school groups so far this year. So our marching band, our School of Rock, our beginning guitar class, our hip-hop class, our jazz band, garage band, and country bluegrass band. Stand up or raise your hand if you do one of those groups and be acknowledged. Here we go. Yeah. And on top of all those activities, I don't need to tell you, but these are some of the best kids in the school. They get great grades. They are involved in a lot of other athletics and activities. They're kind as can be. And I think music has a big part of that. I think that's what helped creates them into these kind of go-getters and these kind souls. So I always say I have the best job in the world. I do, for me. I know, I'm a middle school band director, and you're like, really? Yeah, this is great. So anyway, it's been really fun working with them again this year after last year. They're really starting to get better, as you can hear, which is nice. So now our next song is a classic jazz big band tune from the 1930s. And I always invite people, and sometimes we get nobody, sometimes we get some people who want to come down. We have a little mini dance floor over here. If any of you like to swing dance, here's your opportunity. I don't know if any of the kids are. In fact, I kind of like them to play, to provide a good beat for you all. So even if you're in the bleachers, you can just tap your foot along to sing, sing, sing.
He can do this.
Story time. I know I talk too much, but you got to hear this story. This is a great story. Great story. So, I always try to arrange a pop tune from the last 30, 40 years for the Veterans Day stuff, something that's patriotic of sorts. Last year we did Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, right? It doesn't get any more American than that. Anyway, so this year I decided to go old school like my generation, and I did Rockin' America by Night Ranger. Woo! Yeah, you know, Sister Christian and all those great hits. So anyway, it just happened to be like a month later, I got a call from a parent of one of my students who said she knew the keyboard player in Night Ranger, and would I be interested in have him come out to speak to my bands? I'm like, yeah. So they were in town just like a couple weeks ago, and it turns out they didn't have any time to come on out. So she said, well, how about I just get you backstage passes to talk to them? Sure. So I go back and I'm like, well, I just want to let you guys know that we're doing one of your songs with my middle school band. And their reaction was priceless. They're like, what? That has like never happened in our 40 years together. You have a middle school band playing one of our songs? And they were just like, we were geeking out. They're like, what key are you doing it in? I'm like, oh, we're doing it in B minor, the original. And one of the guitar players says to the lead singer, we can't do it that high anymore, can we? He's like, shut up. It was great. It was so great. But anyway, so we got done talking, and the keyboard player texts the parent and said, make sure you send us a recording of the song from your concert. We all want to hear it. So now we're on the spot, because here it is. So this is going to feature Emily and Lacey on lead vocals. Give it up for Emily and Lacey. And on lead guitar, Reed Gazinski. Give it up for Reed. And Night Ranger has one of the coolest drummers ever, and our version of that is Max Bryan on the drum set. Give it up for Max. So, if you don't know, B minor is like a really hard band key. There's these things called sharps. So anyway, so we're gonna give it our best shot. We should probably do a quick sound check since we didn't do the guitar. So let's do that real quick. Great, that sounds great.
Right.
Max Bryant on the set. Rockin' America, Night Ranger. Bet you'll never hear that again at a band concert. All right, I'm not going to talk anymore because we've gone a little bit over, and I'm just going to do our last song. We have to do a holiday thing, right? So we're going to finish with Christmas Angels. Thank you so much for being wonderful parents for these wonderful kids. Like I said, I live the dream every day. I love working with these guys, so thank you. And please take a look at the upcoming events on the back of your sheet to see what's coming up. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great holiday season, everybody, and have a wonderful night. Thank you very much.